welcome to today's episode of DownStream Outdoors. Today we're doing a little bit different. Today we're doing something called seining. Seining is the use of a net to catch bait. What kind of bait? Well, we're looking for minnows, crayfish, and hopefully some hellgrammites. They grow here in the streams and the rivers of central Pennsylvania, and they're some of the best bait you can get. Especially hellgrammites. Hellgrammites are amazing bait. They're one of my favorites for smallmouth bass personally. And now a seining net is a 4 foot by 4 foot square net. It's got floats on the top, weights on the bottoms, and 2 poles. And you set it down in the current, and then somebody goes up ahead and starts flipping rocks and stuff and trying to drive bait down into the net. It's always a multi-person job. The more people you have helping you, the better off you are, as you'll see. The best advice I can give anybody whenever they're seining is to take a little run like what we have here. We're not going to go for much more than about 6 feet. Okay, we want to be in a really fast water so that things that are getting washed down get trapped in the net. And then we're just going to go through here in this fast water, flip rocks as fast as we can, work our way right down to the net, see what we come up with. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff in here, so generally you got to kind of sort through. And there it was. That run was completely unsuccessful, but we're not going to give up. We're going to try again. Make sure nothing pulls that dead end. Let's go up this one dry land. This one's hellgrammites, this one's everything else. Crayfish. There we go. Got a nice little run here. We got some crayfish. Got a whole mess of minnows here. This is all good fishing bait right here. This is the kind of stuff we come down here after. Because these are what fish are feeding on naturally. So they're going to feed on this a little bit harder. Now at the same token, see this little guy? He's not big enough to mess with. We'll throw him right back in the water, let him get a little bit bigger. We're going to go back and do this all over again. Well, that's it. You can see a bunch of friends were there to help out. Erin was there. She helped me a lot. You know, Mikey came along and helped, and Carl came along and helped. And a bunch of the guys you've seen on the show before have come along and they've helped with this seining and such. We did get some hellgrammites in the one spot. We did get a bunch of minnows, a bunch of crayfish. Ultimately, though, for me, catching crayfish is still easiest by hand. I've been doing it since I was a little tiny boy, catching crayfish by hand. And for me, it's a lot of fun. And ultimately, that's how I caught most of my crayfish, was I just went out there and started flipping rocks over and catching them by hand. I know that intimidates a lot of people because they have pinchers. They don't really hurt that much. I mean, if you have soft hands, yeah, they might hurt a little bit, but they're not too bad. All of which is really good bait. Crayfish tails are great for carp bait. You know, crayfish in general, good bass bait. Minnows, good bass bait. Hellgrammites, good bass bait. And that's what we're going for. You know, we're having a nice little family get together this evening. We're going to do a little bit of night fishing with my brother and his kids, and me and Aaron and my kids, and we're going to have a really good time. And that's what we come out here for, is to come out here and get that bait so that my family can have a good time fishing. And that's what it's all about, fishing and having fun and sharing it with the people you love. So until next time, keep your line wet and out of the trees.